Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivsari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivsari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikante Radha Kante Namostute Tapta Kanchan Gaurani Radhe Vrindaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. तो श्री राधे गोलोकानंद भगवान की
Jai.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna करो. So we've been reading Srimad Bhagvatam, yeah, and we have been reading Canto 1. We are on Adhyay 18 and Shlok 10. So yesterday we read Shlok 9, and in Cantos 1 there are total 19 Adhyayas. So 19 अध्याय है, हम लोग 18वें पे है. So we are almost about to complete Cantos 1, which is about creation of Srimad Bhagvatam, right? And how Srimad Bhagvatam was recited. So yesterday we saw, like, when Parikshit Maharaj, he gave the reward and punishment to Kali as the Kali Yuga was started. And then, so this is how Sud Goswami Maharaj was answering questions of all the Rishi Munis headed by Sonak Muni at Nemi Saranya. And then that's the relation Sud Goswami Maharaj is saying, is that's where Parikshit Maharaj, who is totally devotional, he's like Rajashri, totally devotional to Lord Sri Krishna. And that's how, the whole Bhagavatam is essentially glorification of Sri Lord Sri Krishna. And that's the relation of Parikshit Maharaj, is what Sud Goswami ji is saying. So, Shlok 10. या या है कथा भगवत है कथिनो युरुकर्मण है गुण क्रमाश्रया है पुंभी है संसे व्यास्ता भूभूषि भी है. So
those who are desirous of achieving complete perfection in life must submissively hear all topics that are connected with the transcendental activities and qualities of the personality of Godhead who acts wonderfully. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right, so yesterday we saw, like, how can you get to the highest perfection in life? And that's what it's saying, complete perfection in life. And the only way to get that, right, you can become like PhD and all those things, right? But the real thing is, the only way to get the complete perfection of life is hear all topics that are connected with the transcendental activities and qualities of the personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. Yeah. And Shivam, do you want to read the purport?
Systematic hearing of the transcendental activities, qualities, and names of Lord Sri Krishna pushes one towards the eternal life. Systematic hearing means knowing him gradually in truth and fact, and this knowing him in truth and fact means attaining eternal life, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Such transcendental glorified activities of Lord Sri Krishna are the prescribed remedy for counteracting the process of birth, death, old age, and disease, which are considered to be material awards for the conditioned living being. The culmination of such a perfectional stage in life is the goal of human life and the attainment of transcendental bliss.
Hare Krishna, right? So very clear. What is the goal of human life, right? We have talked about this again and again. We have read about it again and again, right? And the goal of the human life really is to achieve the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna, right? And what is the prescribed remedy for counteracting the process of birth, death, old age, and disease, right? There is no medicine in science yet, and in modern science, but in spiritual science, there is a remedy for counteracting the process of birth, death, old age, and disease, right? And that is the transcendental glorified activity of Lord Sri Krishna. Yeah, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that's how we start. And that's what is being emphasized again and again. That is the goal of the human life. And that's the remedy of getting rid of the birth and death cycle. Anilji?
जी हाँ ऋषया ऊचुः सूत जीव समासौम्य शाश्वतीर्विशदं यशः यस्त्वं शंससि कृणस्य मर्त्यानां मृतं हिनः. The good sages said, O grave Sutta Goswami, may you live many years and have eternal fame, for you are speaking very nicely about the activities of Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead. This is just like nectar for mortal beings like us. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So think about this, right? This is like all these Rishi Munis who are so far advanced, right? Like headed by Sonak Muni, and they are saying like, for mortal beings like us, this Kali Yuga, right? And what is like a nectar, yeah, is what Sud Goswami Ji Maharaj is reciting this whole Srimad Bhagvatam. Yeah. Says like, therefore, the more we hear about the transcendental activities of the Lord, as they are stated in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, the more we can know about his transcendental nature and thus make definite progress on the path back to Godhead, right? So why should we read, right? And to really understand his transcendental nature, so we can chant better, right? And make a definite progress towards path back to Godhead, is what is being said by Sud Goswami Ji Maharaj. Nisha?
कर्मण्यस्मिन्नाश्वासे धूमधूम्रात्मनां भवान् आपाययति गोविन्द पादपद्मासवं मधु. We have just begun the performance of this fruitive activity and sacrificial fire without certainty of its result due to the many imperfections in our action. Our bodies have become black from the smoke, but we are factually pleased by the nectar of the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead, Govind, which you are distributing. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? So all these Rishimunis are telling Sud Goswami Ji Maharaj that sacrificial fire, right? The yagna karne ke liye wahan pe ikatha hue hain. Kahan pe?
Naimisharanya.
Naimisaranya, right? So Naimisaranya, all these Rishimunis are there. That's where Sud Goswami Ji Maharaj is doing the nectar of the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead, right? Govind Padma Shivam, right? Padma Shivam. So that's a Kamal lotus feet of Govind, and that is what so actually let's just read few lines here. Shiva?
Sacrificial fire kindled by the sages of Sanya was certainly full of smoke and doubts because of so many flaws. The first flaw is that there is an acute scarcity of expert brahmanas able to carry out such performances successfully in the age of Kali. Any discrepancy in such sacrifices spoils the whole show, and the result is uncertain, like agricultural enterprises. The good result of tilling the paddy field depends on the providential rain, and therefore the result is uncertain. Similarly, the performance of any kind of sacrifice in this age of Kali is also uncertain. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, right. So we can do all these yagnas, and even those advanced rishis don't know what will be the result of the yagna, right? Is it really perfect? How are they doing it? Is the whole process right. Yeah. So Soham, read this. Yeah.
The sages of Namya Saranya were practically sufferers from the smoke of sacrificial fire and were doubtful about the result, but by hearing from a realized person like Sutta Goswami, they were fully satisfied in the Brahma Vavatariya Purana. Vishnu tells Shiva that in the age of Kali, men full of anxieties of various kinds of vainly labor in fruitive activity and philosophical speculations. But when they are engaged in devotional service, the result is sure and certain, and there is no loss of energy. In other words, nothing performed for spiritual realization or for material benefit can be successful without the devotional service to the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. So the most important thing is in the Puran, one of the Purans, Lord Vishnu tells Lord Shiva that in the age of Kali, men will be full of anxieties, which we are all familiar with. But when they are engaged in devotional service, the result is sure and certain, right? And there is no loss of energy. Mukesh?
तुलायाम लवे नापि ना स्वर्ग ना पुन भरम भगवत संग गित संगस्य मर्त्यानाम किमुतातिशा. The value of a moment's association with the devotee of the Lord cannot even be compared to the attainment of heavenly planets or liberation from matter. And what to speak of worldly benedictions in the form of material prosperity, which are for those who are meant for death. Hare Krishna.
Right. So association with the devotee cannot even be compared to the attainment of heavenly planets or liberation for that matter. Yeah, na swarg, na apunar bhavam. So that's the power of a devotee. Yeah. Tarun?
O nam trapyada rasavit kathiyam mahattame kanta paryanasya nantam gunanam agunyasa jagmur yogeswara ye bhava padma mukhyaya. The personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, Govinda, is the exclusive shelter for all great living beings, and his transcendental attributes cannot even be measured by such masters of mystic powers as Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. Can anyone who is expert in relishing nectar ever be fully satiated by hearing topics about him? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hmm? Reenaji?
तन्नो भवान् वै भगवत्प्रधानो महत्तमैकान्त परायणस्य हरेरुदारं चरितं विशुद्धं शुश्रूषतां नो वितनोतु विद्वान्. O Suta Goswami, you are a learned and pure devotee of the Lord because the personality of Godhead is your chief object of service. Therefore, please describe to us the pastimes of the Lord, which are above all material conception, for we are anxious to receive such messages. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. So they are all the Rishi Munis are telling Sud Goswami Ji Maharaj that because your chief object of service is personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, please describe to us all the pastimes of the Lord. Right? Hareru Dwaram Charitam Vishuddham. Sushrutam, like Sunna hai, no with no to Vidwan. So they are requesting Sud Goswami Ji Maharaj to recite the pastimes of Lord. Okay?
Sure. So वै महाभागवत परीक्षितः ये न पव गार खम्य मदभ्रबुद्धि ज्ञानेन वैसासकिशब्देन भेगे खुगेन्द्र ध्वज पाद मूलम. O Sut Goswami, please describe those topics of the Lord by which Maharaja Parikshit, whose intelligence fixed on liberation, attained the lotus feet of the Lord, who is the shelter of Garuna, the king of birds. Those topics were vibrated by son of Vyas, Shri Sukdeva.
Srila Sukdev, yeah. So they are requesting the Srimad Bhagvatam recited by Srila Shukdev Maharaj to Maharaj Parikshit. Please tell us all about that. What Rishi Munis are requesting to Sut Goswami Maharaj. Sachin?
तन्नः परम पुण्यमव संवृतार्थ वाख्यानम मत्यदुतयोगनिष्ठम अख्याहनन्ता चरितोपपन्नम परीक्षितम भगवता वीरामम. Thus, please narrate to us the narrations of the unlimited, for they are purifying and supreme. They were spoken to Maharaj Parikshit, and they are very dear to the pure devotees, being full of bhakti yoga. Hare Krishna.
Pure devotees being full of bhakti yoga, Bhagavata Bhirama. So, Shiva, read this please.
What was spoken to Maharaj Parikshit and what is clear to the pure devotees is Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is mainly full of the narrations of the activities of the Supreme Unlimited, and therefore it is the science of Bhakti Yoga, or devotional service of the Lord. Thus it is para, or supreme, because although it is enriched with all the knowledge and religion, it is specifically enriched with the devotional service of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? So as we have seen, so it is enriched with all knowledge and religion, as we have seen, right? And we also seen it's specifically enriched with the devotional service of the Lord. So, and Srimad Bhagavatam is mainly full of the narrations of the activities of the Supreme Unlimited, Anant is what is being said. Okay? Mayur?
Sutuvach aho vyam janma bhrato tyasam vridha vrati tyapi viloma jata dakshalam adhim vidhoti shighram mahatmanam abhidhyanam yoga. Sri Sutta Goswami said, O God, although we are born in a mixed caste, we are still promoted in birthright simply by serving and following the great who are advanced in knowledge. Even by conversing with such great souls, one can without delay cleanse oneself of all disqualifications resulting from lower births.
Right. So I think this is very, very important here, right? Like we all talk about the caste system and all that in India, but what it's really saying, and the caste was not really defined by what we have seen. It's really based on the karmas and who is doing what, right? But what it's saying is still is that even if you are born in a mixed caste, right? If we are devoted to the Lord, that is the most important thing, right? Then you get promoted in birthright simply by serving and following the great who are advanced in knowledge. Actually, like let's just read this. So.
Som is not here right now, but
sure. Yeah.
He's back.
He clearly stated that any man, whatever he may be, whether a Brahman or Shudra of by birth, or a householder or mendicant,
sorry.
In the order of society, if he's conversant with the science of Krishna, he can be accepted as an acharya or guru a special spiritual master. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So it doesn't have to be born in the Brahman family as we understand, right? But if somebody knows the science of Krishna, then he can be accepted as Acharya or Guru. Like just, yeah, Shyam, just read those few more lines, please.
Suta Goswami learned the science of Krishna from great and authorities like Sukdev and Vyasadev, and he was so qualified that even the sages of Nyamsarya eagerly wanted to hear from him the science of Krishna in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. So he had the double occasion of great souls by hearing and preaching. Transcendental science or the science of Krishna had to be learned from the authorities, and when one preaches the science, he becomes still more qualified. So Sutta Goswami had both advantages, and thus undoubtedly he was completely freed from all the disqualifications of low birth and mental agonies. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? So Sud Goswami Maharaj is like, that's what we learn from this. Like, what is more important is really to have the devotional service. Like you see here, right, about Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to purify the whole atmosphere of the polluted world by sending qualified preachers all over the world. It remains with the Indians to take up the task scientifically, and thus that's the best kind of humanitarian work. Anilji?
Yeah. Kutaha punargranato nama tasya mahattamaikanth pranasya yonant shaktir bhagavananto mahadgunatwada yamannata mahu. And what to speak of those who are under the direction of the great devotees, chanting the holy name of the unlimited, who has unlimited potency. The personality of Godhead, unlimited in potency and transcendental by attributes, is called Ananta, unlimited. Hare Krishna.
Unlimited, Ananta, right? Ananta Shaktir Bhagwan Ananto. Yeah, we have always read that. Actually, when you get a chance, do read this purport. Pretty interesting, like how, how the chanting of the name, holy name of the Lord, we don't commit any offense if we are chanting it, by association of the pure devotees. Like, we studied the Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivsari Gaur Bhaktavrinda. So that is taking blessings from all the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the other Maharaj. And when you do that, so all the errors which we do while chanting, like, our mind goes so many different places and all that, those are pardoned, right? Because we are doing it with the association of the devotees and by taking blessings from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And also when we are chanting, right, in the beginning, we are actually doing it along with, Srila Prabhupada's voice. So that's really nice. Like every time we do one round of chanting with Srila Prabhupada's voice. Yeah. So and also it says that the holy name of the Lord is as powerful as the Lord. And the Lord and Lord himself, the name and the Lord himself are identical. So when we chant, we are actually directly associating ourselves and surrendering ourselves to Lord Sri Krishna. So actually we are going to pause here since we only have 2 more minutes left. But it's upcoming also, it tells like when we are reading Srimad Bhagvatam and then how the whole this Guru Sishya hierarchy has come from like 4 main lines, right? From Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Shri Lakshmi, and Sarat Kumar. So those 4 lines, and we'll see that on Monday. It's Thursday today actually. So we'll take a long weekend break, and then on Monday we'll see that how this whole lines of succession is actually authentic to learn Srimad Bhagavatam from. So right. So again, I think yesterday we were hearing the RadheGovind Kirtan. We'll continue that. Any comments, questions? We're all understanding it, right? I mean, it's so let's hear the RadheGovind Kirtan and then have a nice long weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.
If you work in a team, you should be using Monday.com. It's a platform to manage any team and any workflow.